How was Gavial Rerun for you? Good? Bad? Horrendous? Or maybe you had a lot of fun? For me, it was nostalgic. Visiting the old levels again and improving my auto-deploy made me realize how much of a progress I have made since last year. Anyway, now that this event is finally over, and with Contingency Contract 6 Wild Scale set to take place at the end of February, it's time to shift our focus. In this video, we'll take a look at the permanent map and its risks, the new daily rotation maps, key operators, possible strategies, and finally, what's in the store. The very first thing you must do from CC6 onwards is to go to YouTube, search for the OST, and listen to it at least once. Put it on repeat if you have to. You need to immerse yourself. Imagine the battlefield, the heat of the sun penetrates your clothes, and the arid desert of Sargon, so dry it makes Gordon Ramsay cry. CC6 takes place in Sargon, but not in the jungle area, instead it's in the desert. Those of you who played Originum Dust are familiar with the map's visuals and its mechanics. There will be a sandstorm blowing from right to left on the first week and top to bottom on the second week. These pillars block the sandstorm from hitting your operators, but they erode over time and expose anyone behind it. So basically, you are racing against time. If your operator is in the sandstorm, they will receive a massive debuff and will be shot from anywhere in the map by these walking bowling balls. As for the risks, we have the usual class restrictions, DP down, increase enemy attack, etc, but the ones that are unique to CC6 are the following. There are 5 risks that buffs the shield crocs, 2 for the boxer crocs, 2 for the caster crocs, dust switch 1 and 2, and sand damage 2. I am slightly concerned about the level 3 risk for the shield crocs because they'll be so damn annoying to deal with, as if killing them in normal conditions makes me want to throw my phone to the ground. 2 maps will be added to the daily rotation. The first one is brand new. It looks like East Armory version 2, but it's flipped and your snipers will have to attack the drones perpendicularly. In addition to that, the big artillery drones will be in the map as well. The second map is Arena 8, which was the permanent map for CC5. Before we move on, if you find this video helpful so far, I would appreciate it if you give it a like. That's it, just a simple like. If you have the following operators: Thorns, Calcit, Chalter, Ash, Silver Ash, Texas, and Bagpipe, make sure they are at Elite 2, as these guys will provide you with high burst damage to kill the enemies quickly and make your life easier, while Texas and Bagpipe will provide you with a small DP boost to get started. Chalter is really great for this map because her S3 covers a lot of ground, and on top of that, slows down the enemies. She's perfect for high risk clears. Calcit is another popular choice to achieve risk 18, especially on week 1. She's mainly used to heal monster while he's soloing the left lane. Texas talent adds 2 extra DP on top of the starting 5, which will help you place Myrtle quickly. Having Bagpipe on your team will also help with that initial SP boost, especially if you're taking the DP down risks. If your squad is mainly low rarity, which is 3 to 4 stars, then borrowing one of the aforementioned operators will be the key in helping you to clear the map. As for the vanguards, having Myrtle in your team is a requirement, and bring an additional 1 or 2 vanguards to keep your DP flowing. The strategy I'm about to show you is one of many possibilities. I will not go into too much detail because it will be boring and this video will be unenjoyable to watch. As I mentioned before, the map behaves differently on week 1 and week 2. So the strategy will be different from each other. In week 1, the wind blows from right to left, and there are plenty of safe grounds. A good start will be deploying 2 vanguards near the blue square to build up your DP reserve. You can start by placing Thorns or a really good defender in front of the blue square, and on the range tile next to it, you can deploy a sniper to assist your Thorns or defender, or a medic to assist whoever is on the leftmost lane. Speaking of which, Monster or any good guard will be able to take care of the leftmost lane and take care of the Crocs and this Desert Infiltrator that will come later on the stage. J could also work here, but it might take a little longer to clear it. Alternatively, you can place 2 slow supporters to kill the Shield Croc a little bit later, while your medic goes to the range tile above it along with a high burst damage operator. Chen Alter or Eafiala are good choices since their skill 3 covers a lot of ground. In week 2, the wind blows from top to bottom. Clearing risk 18 on week 2 might be a little bit trickier than week 1 since most of your operators will be deployed on the right side of the map and you don't have that much of a space. Despite the limited space, some operators perform really well in the setting. For example, Chalter is excellent for this situation. If you place her to the right of the blue box, her S3 can reach both the middle lane and the bottom lane, allowing you to kill the shield croc and act as your main source of DPS. Ashe is also commonly used alongside Chalter to help kill the shield croc and the infiltrator. League 2 is also the time for specialist operators to shine. Ashe can be substituted for Jay by deploying him right behind this series of pillars. Gladia is used for most high-risk clears thanks to her S2 range and the fact that this skill has an uptime of 20 seconds compared to the instant attack of Rope and Cliffheart. Speaking of Rope, don't forget to bring a healer alongside with her because she will be exposed to the sandstorm for a while if you're doing a low rarity clear. Finally, Silver Ashe goes right here to clear the walking bowling ball that is the Desert Sniper and the Caster Crocs. Additionally, you can place a sniper to the right of him for extra damage. Last but not least, the store has some decent stuff in it. Most importantly, Warframe Summer Skin is on sale along with 2 D32 steels and several other Tier 4 and Tier 3 materials. There is also an infinite supply of Rock clusters and Polyketon, which I need the most. So that's all for the CC6 guide. If I'm missing anything important, please let me know in the comments.